What's going on, guys? Burnley 0, Manchester United 2, and this is your match reaction sponsored by the One Football app for all your up-to-date footballing news. Link is in the description. Make sure you scroll down to the bottom, download the app, and yeah, enjoy it, guys. If you don't have it already. Good game yesterday. When I say good game, it was a good game in spells, innit? If I'm honest, I didn't go to the game yesterday because it was just a mad thing. Burnley, and it was just aggro getting a ticket. But I'll tell you what, if I'm completely honest, most of the game was shit. I don't know who watched the full 90 minutes, but it wasn't let's put it this way, it wasn't one for the neutrals, innit? Like, I found myself almost falling asleep at times. The football was shit. It's a very good result. Super happy with it because Burnley always make it they always make it difficult, innit? It's a tough place to go. They don't always want to play football. They're happy to kind of knock it long, give away little fouls and make it an ugly game. And it was that, if we're honest. Do you know what I mean? 2-0 was a brilliant result to come away with because of the complexion of the game at times. At the beginning, I didn't think it was great. And then we kind of warmed into the game. Went 1-0 up. Tony, clinical as ever. On the counter-attack as well, mistake from there, look, Pereira latches onto it, plays Tony in, and Tony finishes it the way he always does, man, super clinical. But, I don't know, man, it's a weird one. It's a weird one because we won, I'm happy we won, but all of my concerns about the team are very much still there. Like, both of our goals we scored on the breakaway, and we rely very much on pace to score goals, and that's a worry for me. Now, even Rashford's goal as well, which he did his best to almost miss, by the way. I don't know what happened there. But Daniel James on a breakaway, we're defending, and then all of a sudden we're attacking and we score. Like, we can't keep only scoring goals like that. Like, that genuinely does worry me. Like, the elation of winning 2 games in a week, yeah, has almost got people like almost forgetting that the problems still exist. And what we're doing right now is we're papering over the cracks. If this club do not get active in the January transfer window, it tells me that these men are not serious. That's what it tells me. Because I look at it, and even from everything to the substitutions, yeah, like Ollie got it wrong yesterday. When he took Martial off, yeah, for Luke Shaw, even Saleh Ferguson was baffled. Like, I reposted the video. He was confused. Like, Ollie is 100% winging this thing. 100% winging it. He doesn't know what he's doing, bruv. And luckily, our players are better than you, man, think. Well, some of you, man. Some of you, man, see what I see and see that we've got a decent enough squad. Even if it's only 15, man, it's 15 decent man that we should be able to rotate between, yeah, and still beat the majority of these teams. But actually, like, I don't see man affecting the game from the sidelines, which is like one of your main jobs as a manager. And the style of football is so predictable and one-dimensional, man. It's so predictable yesterday. Like, if we weren't scoring on the counter-attack, we weren't scoring. And it's just, the whole thing just worries me, if I'm honest, man. Like, I'm super happy we're 1 point off top 4. It looks amazing. A lot of that is also to do with the fact that everyone else is playing shit, bruv. This league's falling apart this season, which is good for us. Because if we go and buy a Christian Eriksen, like I've been saying, in January, even if it's just one signing is Eriksen, that could be enough to help push us into top 4. Because between his ability to pass and Pogba's ability to pass and Fred's ability to pass, we will create more chances. I think we saw yesterday that McTominay wasn't missed. Matic looked alright. Because Fred is the main guy in the midfield. He's the one who keeps the tempo up. He's the energy. As long as you've got someone in there that just does the bare minimum, the basics, which is what McTominay does, the basics with a bit more physical edge. Matic is less physical but more intelligent. So, and he does the basics as well. So as long as you've got Fred in there, either one of them two next to him, yeah, in one-off games can just do a job, bruv. They can just do a job because Fred he's the glue now in the midfield. And that's also brilliant because it allows Pogba the freedom. So I'm super happy with how Fred's coming on. It's nice that people are finally giving him credit because he's been our best midfielder for the last 2, possibly 3 months, and people still, like, it hurts them to admit it, innit? Because a lot of these men made their mind up about Fred already. Like, they're like, oh, 50 million, he's a flop, this, that, and the other, not bearing in mind that he's come from the Ukraine, he's Brazilian, he's a small player as well, and he needs to get used to the pace and the physicality of the league. People were quick to write him off. So I'm super happy that he's starting to get the plaudits. Even the United Twitter account put out a Fred appreciation tweet, which they fucking well should have. About time. So, like, the overall complexion of the game, guys, we just got the job done. You see, against Burnley, at Burnley, I'm not really too concerned about the performance in an isolated situation. I'm more concerned about the performances in general. Like, if we were playing well and we played like this against Burnley and then we just got the result, I'll be super, super ecstatic. But I can still see the same holes, man. I can still see the same holes. And it's hard for me not to look at football from an analytical point of view, because that's just how I look at football. Every time I look at football, I'm like, how is this happening? Why is this happening? Like, that's the side of the game I enjoy, innit? Like, I enjoy the technical side to football. That's why now that I've actually got a team to manage, I'm enjoying it, because I get to kind of test myself. Even though it's nowhere near the same level, you still have to go through the same thought processes. Do you know what I'm saying? And I look at United, and I honestly, not only do I feel like Oli just doesn't have a clue what he's doing, bruv. Like, even from the substitutions, it don't make sense. I thought yesterday's game would have been a good game for Mason. Mason didn't even get on the pitch. I don't know why that was. It's funny because Daniel James got an assist and possibly could have had 2 assists, but I don't think he had a great game, to be honest. Like, he offers a lot in terms of defensively, like I've always said, but in terms of like creating opportunities and stuff like that, he's very, very basic. I know a lot of people like him because he works hard and that, but he's got no star quality about him. He's got no star quality about him. If he came through the Manchester United academy, then like I could understand, innit? Because it would be like, you know what, like McTominay, he's one of our own in that. But the whole Daniel James thing, I don't get, innit? Like, he's a good player, but he can't hold a torch to Mason. If Mason Greenwood plays yesterday, there was a ball that got floated over to the back post to Daniel James. He took a touch and just smashed it into the defender's legs. If that falls to Mason Greenwood, he scores. All of a sudden, it's a different game. The pressure's off. Like, Mason's just got a different level of quality, innit? And I think against a Burnley team that ain't really going to hurt you with anything other than a long ball, I think we could have played Mason yesterday. And on form, he probably deserved it. I'd like to see that front three go on a run of games. Mason, Rashford and Martial, bruv. I see a man call him GRM, bruv. Greenwood, Rashford and Martial, bruv. That's wavy still. So, yeah, I'd like to see that. Matic had a good game. Have to call it how you see it, guys. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, Matic is a pagan, yeah, but he come in and he did what he needed to do. He showed his experience in a game like that. He just knew when to put the fire out. Keep it simple. Can't really complain. Fred, again, beautiful. Beautiful player. He's one of my favourites. Someone asked me who my top 5 Man United players. I think it's a tweet and I didn't put Fred in there by accident. He's definitely in there, bro. He's definitely in there. I think him, Martial, Pogba, fucking Wan-Bissaka and Greenwood have to be. Like, I love Rashi, but I mean, in terms of styles and stuff like that, he don't make my top 5. Like, even when I see Rashford on the left, yesterday there are a few times, the difference between Tony cutting in from the left is Tony takes little touches and he'll get his head up and try and slide someone in. Rashford, when he cuts in from the left, it's always head down, just bang. Just banging shots, innit? And I think as a striker, it can be frustrating as a 9 because you know you're not going to get the ball from Rashi when he cuts in. But he's starting to refine his game. But there's still little holes. And fuck it. Do you know what I mean? He's improving, which is all I can ask for. So, when I look at the performances, Williams as well, he's clear of Luke Shaw, bruv. He's clear of it. And don't get me wrong, Williams ain't even that great. Like, when I look at Williams, yeah, he's just okay defensively. And going forward, he's okay as well. But the difference is his positive attitude. It's not even ability, so to speak. Because Luke Shaw can actually dribble with the ball at his feet. But Luke Shaw don't have the bravery to take a man down the line and put in a cross, bruv. Like, everything with Luke Shaw is up here. He always cuts inside. He always wants to play it safe. He's a lazy footballer. He's actually lazy, bruv. He's overweight and he's lazy in the sense that he don't want to keep bombing forward. If you see when United counter-attack, you see Luke Shaw jogging down the outside. He never gets ahead of the play because he's already thinking about getting back, bro. And that's what you do when you're out of shape and overweight. So, in all honesty, I said it before, him and Andreas Pereira, if I was the coach, their man wouldn't get minutes. They probably wouldn't even make the match day squad. Because I think that, yes, Andreas shows glimpses of his talent. He's a talented player, but he don't have the football IQ. He doesn't have it. And Luke Shaw, he don't have the conditioning and he don't have the IQ either. So, like, Brandon Williams didn't do himself any harm. Like, Burnley away, it's a fucking hard place to go. The fact that he's come in and looked assured, and actually the defence as a unit looks actually better when he's in there than when Luke Shaw's in there, which is actually a worry. It should be a worry. But if you know football and you understand that you attack and defend as a team, also, the more positive your fullbacks are against certain teams, the less defending you'll have to do because you're pushing your opposing player back. So I thought Williams did that well. Harry Maguire, solid game. Solid game. Lindelof, again, not too much to do. Youngie's just Youngie, innit? Like, Wan-Bissaka got rested, which I was happy about. He doesn't get rested enough. I think that Oli overplays him. You see him playing in Carabao Cup games and stuff like that. And then, obviously, De Gea played in goal. I would have played Romero, probably. But, again, didn't have much to do. Made a few good saves. Apart from De Gea's distribution, it was decent. I think a lot of the time De Gea gets people in trouble with his kicking. His kicking's fucking horrendous, guys. There's one time where someone's passed the ball back to De Gea and he's passed it to, I can't remember who he passed it to, but they were under pressure. They had a man up their arse and we ended up losing the ball and then nearly conceding a goal. And it's like, De Gea is not comfortable on the ground at all. Not comfortable at all, man. And I don't know, in the modern game, I think it's a worry, innit? It is a worry. Like, he's such a good shot stopper that we have to analyse other parts of his game because there's no point talking about shot stopping because De Gea is the best shot stopping goalkeeper in the league. But on the ground, he's not very good. Commanding his area, he's not very good. And off his line, he's not very good as well. So, like, it does genuinely worry me. And you lot did see before, when he was fucking around with the contract thing, I did say, bruv, like, he's not worth 300 grand a week, bruv. So sell him, like, if he wants to leave. And it's one of them ones. And that's not me saying that we should sell De Gea or anything like that. I'm just trying to say, yeah, that, like, just because he's been a great servant for us, it doesn't mean that man can overlook the flaws in his game. Do you know what I mean? He used to be one of the players that we knew we could rely on no matter what. And now, it's not always like that. Do you know what I mean? It's not always like that. So, I don't know if the game's moved forward and left him behind or he's actually declining. I'm not sure which one it is, but do you know what I mean? I'm just glad that he got through this game and the mistakes he did make didn't cost us because recently they have been. So, overall, very happy with the result. Happy that Martial and Rashford got on the score sheet. Bit confused that we didn't see Mason. I doubt he's going to start him against Arsenal away because Arsenal away seems like a Daniel James kind of game. It does. So, the decision not to play Mason at all, not sure about. Decision to not play Pogba, I get that. You know what I mean? I got it even before. You get these pundits coming out saying, oh, there's something not right here. If Pogba's fit, he's got to play. Bruv, Pogba's played in the last 2 games consecutively. Burnley away, where it's going to be a physical game and stuff like that. Probably Oli didn't want man to get a kick on the ankle, fam. Probably not more than that. Now, if you understand, the guy's he's had surgery, he's had his foot in a cast. So going Burnley away and getting kicked all over the pitch, he just wasn't on it, bruv. Like, Oli thought, nah, you know what, let's leave him out of that, which I get. Pogba probably was thinking in the back of his head, you know what, we got Arsenal, a team that are going to try and play football. Save man for Arsenal and just start him there. I thought that was good That was good decision making there from Ollie. A lot of people were talking about how strange it was that Pogba got left out and making it about Pogba when Ollie's pretty much said that it was his decision. After the game we've won, you then have to turn around and say, you know what, it was a good decision. And I would have done the same thing. I probably would have had left him on the bench. But either way, Pogba wouldn't have been involved if I could have helped it. Because why would you risk him in a Burnley game when man I got Arsenal? So, overall, happy with the performance. Happy with the score. Well, I was happy with the performance in spells. Ultimately, I was happy with the score. Same as the Newcastle game, which I was at, which is why you didn't get the match review. First 20 minutes, 25 minutes, we were shocking. Could have been 2-3-0 down. After that, we grew into the game, and Newcastle fell apart. I still don't think that we should be relying on other teams to kind of fall apart for us to score goals. I think that our plan A needs to be more aggressive. It needs to be more proactive. And City lost again. And you've got to think the writing's on the wall for Pep. And I just hope that they don't go for Pochettino, blood. I hope that, because Oli seems to be buying himself time. And we can't allow Man City to go and get Pochettino because Arteta's gone now. So, bruv, you know that Poch is sitting at home and Man City are probably looking at Poch thinking, yo, if we give him 250 million, he could do a thing. I don't want to see Poch with that amount of money at Man City because he'll win the league, bruv. So, I don't know. It's a bit of a mixed one at the moment. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm glad we're winning, but I haven't let it cloud the fact that our style of play isn't of a top 4 team, of a top team. We still play relegation, counter-attacking football, and I still think that the long-term vision needs to be turning Manchester United into what they should be, in it, and that's one of the giants. And even with 10 men, City have a philosophy that they stick to and they still try and be positive. They'll still have more of the ball than you. They'll still try and kill you, even with 10 men. Liverpool will be the same. We need some of that. We need some of that. So I'm still trying to see Pochettino, guys. But in terms of closing out the year, 2 wins in a week. Couldn't be fucking happier, man. Let me know who your man of the match was, guys. I think it's hard to overlook Fred again, man, because he's just doing all kinds of bits for me. But let me know in the description. Also, let me know what you think about the Man City Pochettino situation, possibly, because obviously that's just come to my head. But I wouldn't be surprised if people in the paper start linking man with City now, because it's one of them times. Let me know how you felt about this game. Let me know like what you thought of that Buki substitution. Like the Shaw for Martial thing was a bit mad. Yeah, just give me your lowdown on the game. Let me know how you're feeling going into the Arsenal game. Me and Flex are linking up with Robbie, I think, to do a preview at the Emirates on tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. So that will be out. That will be out sometime in the week, and we're filming the Flex and Rant show as well, which will be out Tuesday 1 o'clock as usual. Big up for all the support, guys, and you got one. Yeah, I'll give you one more video this year. Anyway, so you'll see me again for the Rants Red Talk. But big up. Hope you had a good Christmas. Make sure you go down into the description. Also, I've always got your discount code for your clothes. So you can go down there, check that out. Download the OneFootball app. And also, on the 12th of January, United Stand FC are playing a charity game against Fresh Eagle Kid FC. It's at Rayners Lane in London. We're selling tickets £2.50. All the money goes to charity. So it's £2.50 tickets on the door. If you want to come down and watch the match, there's going to be loads of media there, press and stuff like that, because they're doing the unveiling of their football team, and no doubt they're going to have a few ringers and ex-pros playing for them. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be a good football match. So come down, guys. £2.50 for the ticket. All of it goes to charity, and you can buy them on the door. So it'll be good to see you lot. Obviously, if you do come, give me a shout. Do you know what I'm saying? We can have a chat and that. But yeah, hope you guys are well. Hope you had a good Christmas, and I'm gonna catch you in a bit.